Alright, this lesson is all about angle pairs. First of all, what are vertical angles? Vertical angles are formed when two lines intersect one another, and you'll have two pairs. Here the vertical angles would be angles 1 and 2. And the vertical angles would also be angles 3 and 4 would be your two pairs. Next is adjacent angles. Angles are adjacent if they have the same vertex and also a common side, like there between angles 1 and 2. And here's the common vertex for 3 and 4, and they also share a side. Now, specific types of angles would be complementary angles. Any two angles that add to 90 degrees. They could be adjacent like this, but they don't have to be. They can be separated. Supplementary angles is when they add to 180, so a linear pair will always be supplementary, like 3 and 4 here. But any pair of angles like 75 degrees and 105 degrees that add to 180 are supplementary angles. So on example 1, what's an angle adjacent to angle 1? Angles adjacent to angle 1 would be angle 2 with this common side right here. Or you could answer angle 5 since they have this common side right here. So I'm going to answer with angle 2 for me. Now for the part B, supplementary to angle 3. So when I see angle 3, I'm going to highlight it really quick. An angle that I could put with that to make it supplementary would be, for instance, angle 4, because they form a line when you put them together. So I'm going to answer with angle 4 for that one. Now I'm going to ask, was an angle complementary to angle 2? I'm going to yet again use a highlighter. So angle 2. An angle that I could put with it to make it 90 degrees would be, for instance, angle 3. So angle 3 is my answer for this one. Part C. By the way, angle 5 would have also been a good answer because vertical angles are always equal. Alright, last one. What is a vertical angle to angle 5? Vertical angles happen when lines intersect. So there's one of the lines. Here's the other one. Vertical to angle 5 will be angle 3. And I'm all done. As I just said, vertical angles are always congruent, so the vertical angles we talked about earlier, angles 1 and 2, and angles 3 and 4 would be congruent. There is a proof with this that I'll be going over in class. Let me know during Smart Lunch Tutoring if you need me to go over it. Alright, moving on to our last example. What's going to happen here is you got two different equations to set up. One of them deals with the vertical angles, and as I just mentioned, vertical angles are always equal. So 4x equals 3x plus 35 is how I would do the setup for x. Here I would subtract 3x from both sides to get 1x equal to 35. There's one of my answers. I also needed to go back and find y. Now 2y is not equal to either of these, but it forms a linear pair with either of them. So what I'm going to do really quick is find the value of 4x by typing in the 35 as if it were x. So 4x equals 4 times 35, which ends up being 140 degrees. Now I'm going to pencil that in on the diagram right here, 140 degrees. Now I know that 2y and 140 are those supplementary angles I was mentioning earlier because they form a line together. Now I'm going to do 2y plus 140 equals 180, again because they are supplementary angles. Here I'll just subtract the 140 from both sides. So I get 2y is equal to 40 degrees and divide by 2. So I get y is equal to 20 degrees. Alright, this wraps up the lesson. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.